I'm going to share my screen right now and walk everybody through how we would need to present a data queue if we had an owner operator that was using his truck for his own personal reasons, not in any way, shape, or form connected to a dispatched. So we're going to go through that right now. I'm going to share my screen right here, and we're going to chat about this. So here's how we're going to go about that. FMCSA.dot.gov. This is the FMCSA website. And for those that have already been here, I like going back to the beginning to show you where I get to where I get. FMCSA, this is their website. Right here where it says regulations, I'm going to click on that. After I do that, you see these bullets right here. I'm interested in the first bullet, which is this top one. I'm going to click on that. Then these are the different parts in the regulation. I'm going to go down to 390 because that's where my answer is. 390 is the regulations, a general category. I'm now in the green book. And when I say the green book, FMCSRs, right? That's this book right here. This green book that everybody here has seen at some point in their lifetime. And if you haven't, then you need to come on Trucking Wins more often. Right?
Yeah.
This is the regulation book. So that's what it looks like when I say the green book. Right here, which I clicked on part 390, right here, 390. This is in the green book. So you could open up the green book and go to 390 and read the same thing I'm talking about. But I'm going to click here so I have the electronic code of federal regulations, the ECFR. Now what I'm going to do is there's a lot of regs to navigate. I'm going to go to 390.3 and I'm going to click on that. And then you see how this is alphabetical, A, B, C, D, E. We're going to go down to F. This is exceptions to the green book. 390.3, which is right here, 390.3, letter F3. This is the section in the regulation that says if your driver is driving around in his own truck for his own personal reasons, not under dispatch, not for compensation. He's bringing his wife to church. He's picking his kid up at school. He's going grocery shopping out around his house. He's literally using his own truck as a pickup truck. So Mike, what you're telling me is that's what he was doing, right? He had his own truck. He's driving around the area of his house. He has nothing to do with us, and he gets a violation, yeah?
Yes, he got in an accident.
Yep, all right, so that's good, and even an accident's good. I mean, not good, it's not good we get an accident. To get that off. So let's go through what this sentence says. Unless otherwise provided, the rules of the subchapter. When I say the word subchapter, I mean the entire green book. Basically, unless otherwise provided, the rules of the green book do not apply to. And number 3 says the occasional transportation of personal property by individuals. He was an individual when he crashed. He was transporting his own personal effects in his own personal vehicle, right? That's our argument.
Yes.
He was not for compensation. Was he getting paid by you in any way, directly or indirectly, to be driving around doing what he was doing at that time?
Absolutely
No.
not.
All right. Was he in the furtherance of your commercial enterprise?
No.
So was it occasional? Is this something he does every once in a while, or is this like all he does? He just drives his truck around with your insurance and never hauls stuff?
No, it's occasional. Yes, it's only occasional.
So we would do a data queue and say, on this day and this time, our driver was involved in a crash. This crash should not be associated with our trucking company because the driver fell under 90.3 F3 and was exempt from the regulations. He was occasionally transporting personal property. It was him, his shit, his clothes, his truck. He was not being paid, and he was not furthering our business. Right?
Correct.
And then you would attach all the evidence that would support that position. What would that be? We'll show the previous trip that he completed and finished and where it was. Then show the next trip that he did. If you have a trip here, is like, pretend it's a sandwich, right? One side is a piece of bread of the last trip he did. The next side is the sandwich of what he did next. All the meat and cheese inside is personal. right?
Don, he actually didn't do any more trips for us after that incident. We were done with him.
Perfect. So you'd show the trip he last did, show it was done. Now, if he was finishing that trip and driving home, well, that's a continuation of the trip. Do you understand?
Yeah, no,
But
he was
if you
taking
can show,
somebody home.
yep, if you can show he finished the trip, made it home, and then messed around at home, perfect. Then you'd have
Okay,
the logbook and the bill of lading and his trip showing he completely finished the trip, including his commute back home. And then on his restart or on the time where he didn't have a trip, he did something, right?
right.
Now, in addition to that, if he crashed into someone
Yes.
or he hit a pole or whatever he did, you
No, he
need to
crashed
make,
into another truck.
yes. So now that truck is filing a claim against your insurance.
I haven't heard. No, they're going after his insurance, his non-trucking liability, and his bobtail insurance.
There you go. So now, if you can prove that they're going after the NTL, let's say, because you're with National Interstate, right? Yeah. Let's say National Interstate denied the claim. Send the denial letter for the claim to the data queue saying, even our insurance company says this isn't us. It should fall under his non-trucking liability, which shows he's not trucking. Then if do you have a, Mike, do you have a program for the non-trucking liability with him?
You mean like a binder, like to shows who he's got?
No, this is just more of an insurance discussion for everybody's sake as well, right? How many owner operators do you have?
We have 10.
10. Do they have their own bobtail, their own physical damage, and their own OC-AC insurance? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Do they go get it on their own, or do you have a program where you provide it to them at a discounted rate and you manage it?
No, they get their own.
All right. So we're going to get into this in a minute, but you're making a mistake, Mike, with them getting their own when you have 10 of them. We're going to cover that in a minute. However, if he filed with his own non-trucking liability and you can get information or proof that they paid, that will help your data queue as well. Do you understand? Because not only did our insurance deny it, they paid it. So they're assuming responsibility for it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So in your case, to summarize, you're going to want to say on this date and this time we had a crash. It shows in my CSA. I would like it removed because it was not a crash that belonged to us. Under 390.3 F3, that crash is not subject to the regulations, as noted above,
Yeah.
including the definition of a DOT crash that would show up on our CSA.